6:45. This is a Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Lal Malhavarachi and read by Lavani Vijayatunga. First, we take a look at the headlines. The government has decided to continue the travel restrictions until the 28th of this month without breaking it on the 25th. 2,909 new infections reported yesterday, increasing the total caseload to 161,242. The low-pressure area located in the East Central Bay of Bengal is likely to intensify into a deep depression today. Doctors say all children over the years of 2 should be made to wear the face masks. And in news overseas, Congo plans to evacuate the city as Mount Nyiragongo volcano erupts. And in sports news, the first ODI match between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh will be played in Dhaka today. Those are the headlines, and now we move on to the details of the local news. Army Commander General Shavendra Silva says that a decision has been taken to continue the travel restrictions until the 28th of this month without breaking it on the 25th. He said Colombo, Kurunegala and Gampha districts are the most vulnerable to spread the virus rapidly. A total of 2,909 COVID-19 positive cases were reported in Sri Lanka, stated the epidemiology unit. This brings the total number of confirmed cases of coronavirus reported in the country to 161,242. As many as 126,995 recoveries and 1,178 deaths have been confirmed in Sri Lanka since the outbreak of the pandemic. The epidemiology unit's data showed that 33,115 active cases are currently under medical care. Executive member of the Government Medical Officers Union, Dr. Prasad Kolamge, says that all children above 2 years of age should be made to wear the face masks. More than 1,000 children have been infected with the virus. 5 children have died due to the coronavirus-related pneumonia. This is the news from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Now, EPF information and services through an SMS from HDFC Bank.
And we continue with more local news. The National Dengue Eradication Unit says that the number of dengue patients reported in the country has increased. 650 dengue patients have been identified during the last 21 days. The head of the unit, Dr. Andrew Jayasekar, says that most dengue cases were reported from the Colombo district. There is a high risk of spread of the dengue menace with the current experience of the rain. He had asked the public to clean their premises in order to prevent the breeding of dengue mosquitoes. 7,000 dengue patients have been reported during the past few months. A new mobile app, maybe called Exam Sri Lanka Docs, have been introduced according to the digital policy of the government. Minister Professor G.L. Pires said that it will enable the people to attend all services of the examination department through their mobile phone. He mentioned this while attending a ceremony to launch the application recently. The Sri Lanka Navy, in coordination with Sri Lanka Ports Authority, is continuing the efforts to contain the fire on board of MV Express Pearl container ship anchored at 9.5 nautical miles northwest of Colombo Port on the 20th of May. The special team, comprising of officials from Sri Lanka Navy, Ports Authority and Marine Environment Protection Authority, reached the location of the fire-hit container ship on the 21st of May 2021 and monitored the situation further. Currently, 3 tugs from the SLBC are employed to reduce the heat in surrounding area of the containers as flames are being visible time to time on top of the containers above the weather deck, and the Navy has said. Further, Sri Lanka naval ship Sindhu Rala and the fast-track craft have been still deployed in the scene of action to assist the ongoing firefighting efforts. In addition, the Navy has also made a Navy tug ready for immediate deployment in the event of any emergency. Sri Lanka Air Force also provided assistance to douse the fire on the container ship by dropping 425 kilograms of dry chemical powder on the ship. And to conclude the local news, the headlines once again. The government has decided to continue the travel restrictions until the 24th of this month without breaking it on the 25th. 2,909 new infections reported yesterday, increasing the total caseload to 161,242. The low-pressure area located in the East Central Bay of Bengal is likely to intensify into a depression today. Doctors say all children over the age of 2 should be made to wear the face masks. And that was the local news.
දැන් HDFC බැංකුවෙන් EPF ණයතොරතුරු හා සේවාවන් SMS එකකින්
රාජ්‍ය හා පෞද්ගලිකංශයේ රැකියාවේ නියුතු ඔබ කොහේ සිටියත් EPF ණයතොරතුරු හා සේවාවන් ලබා ගැනීම සඳහා කළ යුත්තේ EPF හිස්තැනක් නම හා ප්‍රදේශය සඳහන් කර 071 800 999ට SMS එකක් එවීම පමණයි.
HDFC බැංකුව ඔබ අප සුරකින්න බැංකුව.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vidya Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The main news story for this morning, Chairman Dr. Prasanna Gunasena said that the State Pharmaceuticals Corporation of Sri Lanka has been able to secure 32 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines for Sri Lanka. Dr. Gunasena said, according to the epidemiology unit, a total of 29 million doses are required to vaccinate the population above the ages of 20 years. He said 30 million doses of Sputnik V, 5 million doses of Pfizer and 40 million doses of Sinopharm vaccines have been secured. And that was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And in Washla this morning, issuing an advisory, the Department of Meteorology said that the low-pressure area located in the East Central Bay of Bengal is likely to intensify into a depression today. The system is very likely to intensify into a cyclonic storm by tomorrow. It is expected to move north-northwestwards and reach near West Bengal coast around on the 26th of May. Naval and fishing communities have been advised not to venture into the East Central Bay of Bengal and adjoining areas and sea areas around the island from today until further notice. From Watchlight, let's move on to the headlines of the world news. Congo plans to evacuate city as Mount Nyiragongo volcano erupts. India tells social media firms to remove COVID India variant from content. China's Zhurong rover takes first drive on Mars. Those were the headlines, and now more to the details of the world news. The government in the Democratic Republic of Congo has launched an evacuation plan for the eastern city of Goma after a large volcano erupted. Fountains of high lava burst from the Mount Nyiragongo into the night sky, forming a thick orange cloud over Goma, which has a population of 2 million. Panicked people were fleeing to safety. The volcano, located about 10 kilometers from the city, last erupted in the year 2002, killing 250 people and making 120,000 homeless. India's government has instructed social media companies to remove any content that refers to the Indian variant of COVID-19. The IT ministry said the World Health Organization listed the variant as B.1.176 and any reference to Indian was false. Geographical terms have been used to describe a number of other variants, including the UK and Brazil. India's government has faced criticism over its handling of COVID-19. China's remote-controlled rover, which landed on Mars a week ago, has driven down from the landing capsule to the surface of the planet. This makes China the second country after the US to operate a rover there. The Zhurong rover is due to study the planet's surface soil and atmosphere. It will also look into the signs of life, including any subsurface water or ice. China's mission, consisting of an orbiter, lander and a rover, was launched in July last year. And to conclude the world news, the headlines once again. Congo plans to evacuate city as a Mount Nyiragongo volcano erupts. India tells social media firms to remove COVID India variant from content. China's Zhurong rover takes first drive on Mars. That was the world news, and now on to development news. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa says that the third largest hospital in the country, the Kurunegala General Hospital, will be constructed as a modern hospital. He was speaking at the meeting held at the Kurunegala District Secretariat Auditorium to discuss the issues related to the General Hospital and other hospitals in the district. A PCR machine that has been installed recently at the Kurunegala Teaching Hospital was launched during the Prime Minister's visit. The Prime Minister instructed the health authorities to immediately fill the shortage of doctors, nurses and health staff at the Kurunegala General Hospital, parallel to the other hospitals, until the construction of the new hospital is completed. About 1.2 million patients are treated at this hospital every year. That was the development news, and sports news coming up.
Sports news is brought to you by...
When Aya bought a motorbike, he bought 2 helmets. So sweet of him. I'm sure the other one is for me.
In whatever we do, we Sri Lankans are always thinking of others. When we get Munchie Super Cream Crackers, they're not just for ourselves. Munchie Super Cream Cracker. Super kiyanne nikan neve.
Moving on to sports news, 3-match one-day international ODI series between visiting Sri Lanka and Bangladesh will be played in Dhaka today. Kusal Janit Pereira leads the team in this 3-day and night encounter. And that was the sports news.
My wife always sets a full lunch table, even if it's just the two of us. She always expects people to drop by, like maybe the army.
In whatever we do, we Sri Lankans are always thinking of others. When we get Munchie Super Cream Crackers, they're not just for ourselves. Munchie Super Cream Cracker. Super kiyanne nikan neve.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply. Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
In business news, Colombo Stock Exchange says that the trading will function as per regular trading hours from 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. on the 24th, 25th and 28th of May. However, the market will be closed on the 26th and 27th May due to the Vesak Poya holidays. And that came to you in business news.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money. Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
And in economic news, State Minister Ajit Nimwad Cabral says that the nation will lose 15 billion rupees daily by locking down the country. In an interview at SLBC, he said that a strong economy should be there to purchase health equipment and to provide relief to the people affected by the pandemic. 60% of the local labour community depend on daily wage. Their income will be stuck when the country is locked down. That is economic news, and the weather report to conclude.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue in partnership with the Ministry of Education introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
And finally, the weather report. The Meteorology Department says showers or thunder showers will occur at times in the western, Sabarkamua, central, northwestern and southern provinces, and in the south, as the southwest monsoon condition is gradually establishing over the country. In this weather forecast for the next 36 hours, the Meteorology Department cautioned that nearly 100 millimeters of rainfall can be expected at some places in the western and Sabarkamua provinces and the Gaul and Mathura districts. Sudden roughness in the sea associated with the strong winds, that is up to 80 km per hour gusty wind at times during the thunder showers, are expected over the North Andaman Sea and adjoining East Central Bay of Bengal and deep sea area of Southwest Bay of Bengal during the next few days. Under the influence of the system, possibility for heavy showers or thunder showers and sudden roughness associated with sudden increase of the wind speed is likely in the deep and shallow sea areas in the island during the next few days. And that was the weather report.
Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
And before we conclude this bulletin of news, let's get back to the headlines once again. The government has decided to continue the travel restrictions until the 28th of this month without breaking it on the 25th. 2,909 new infections reported yesterday, increasing the total caseload to 161,242. The low pressure area located in the east central Bay of Bengal is likely to intensify into a depression today. Doctors say all children over the age of 2 should be made to wear the face masks. In news overseas, Congo plans to evacuate city as Mount Nyiragongo volcano erupts. And in sports news, the first ODI match between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh will be played in Dhaka today. And with that, we conclude this bulletin of news. And right now, the time has moved on to 7 o'clock. You're with Radio Sri Lanka.
Get the kick right out of your radio on 97.4 and 97.6 FM. This is Radio Sri Lanka.
Brightening the future of both village and city. Millions of rupees for the development of the nation. Strengthening the agri-heart of the nation. Prospering lives. Ensuring safety. Presenting the highest cash award. Strengthening the nation. Mahajana Sampatha. Ensuring prosperity. Mahajana Sampatha from the National Lotteries Board.
Here with Radio Sri Lanka, and the time has moved on to a minute past 7 o'clock. Well, we will be getting back to music and more music. Yes, that's right, with the morning show. And before we do that, we do have a segment coming your way with that special edition, Behind the News. And thereafter, it will be music on a Sunday morning.